So you can't flipping have it. No, put my dog on.
I've made it my dog now.
What's wrong with my dog?
It's too late. Your dog's not dog.
Your dog smells.
Your dog's stinky.
I said it first.
Right, shut your face. So if you can't tell, we're in the same room with each other at the moment, which is...
Hello, Smackety. This should be fun.
You are really? What are you doing here, really? You get no extra points from us for being early.
No, but hey, you want to watch that? What's its name? Gamer Les just managed to squeak 10 points out of Emsey, so I'd keep an eye on them. Oh, Gamer Les is in. What are you doing, Clover?
I'm doing ACOB.
What are you doing?
Boom. And then now...
It's like you've come into my house and you've sat poking my fire with my poker. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I just changed everything. Why would I carry my own poker?
You've walked in here.
Why would I do this?
Come in here.
You did it in fair and square. How is everyone doing? It's good to see you. We've got Peak in here. We've got Gamer. We've got Charlie's Guild. It's good to see you. Oi, Jim Speak. We've even got a Smack who was here really, who may not be here now. You came here really, fell asleep, got bored, did all that fun stuff. But my laptop's still broken, so yeah,
he can't use it.
So I've come round to my dad's cage and hashtag free Niggy. And
where's your dog?
Where is my dog? Loki,
come on, put in.
Come on in, you come, buddy.
Come on, put in. All right.
Keep that door shut.
I'm freezing.
No, you were saying we were early. No, we're technically well late. We're always late.
We're
like mad hatters that aren't as hattery.
So things to do. Oh, he's got all kinds of things planned today. Do you know I didn't do any homework or anything? He's really angry at me, but he can't be that mad at me because, you know.
Not angry at all.
Take my internet home with me.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Not angry, just disappointed.
So it's been crazy, isn't it? Do you want to give? But while I get this lyrics and stuff loaded up, which is, by the way, you're in for a fun one. I'm joking.
Oh gosh.
But no. While I'm getting the lyrics and all that sorted out, why don't you let them know what roughly we're going to be talking about today? Do you remember?
No. So hold on. Let me go to. Well, of course I know. Detention for Niggy for not doing his homework. You're right. You know, I should have done all kinds of stuff. So there's been there's all kinds of stuff going on from a cow that a cow that astonishes scientists with because it uses a tool, uses a stick to scratch its back with, which is, you know, it's one thing. There's that, and then there was an assassination attempt in the Philippines where the two were not the most competent would-be assassins popped out of a vehicle, one of them with an RPG and the other one, and just as he was about to fight, the other one stepped out of the door behind him and must have nearly lost all his skin when that bloke pressed the trigger.
Oh, that assassination attempt with an RPG.
In fact, we could probably play that, can we?
We're going to do that, yeah. But first...
there's that. Okay,
there is that. So, right, we've got enough people in. Who's ready to hear my dad reading some lyrics? This isn't necessarily...
you all talking about detention? What's going on, guys?
Detention for you? You didn't do your homework? You win, Gillian.
I don't know about them points, Gamer Les. I really don't know. I've witnessed things. What are you doing?
I'm getting ready for Dad reading rap lyrics.
Oh,
so
shoot.
Here's what we're going to do. We've got a song. It's a pop band, rock band, punk band, rap band, kind of all of that rolled into one. Indie. No, they weren't even independent, but you know what I mean. So what we're going to do just for you, Dad. So I'm going to press the thing and then it's going to come up and then I'll switch over to this one and then just start reading.
Okay. Just tell me when.
I'll highlight it so you can. Okay. So remember, guys, you can get 10 points if you can guess the song and the artist. Well, I don't know who that is, but they are absolutely correct. Listen to that person.
Foster Oster, you mentalist.
You mentalist. My girlfriend thinks so. So that's all I needed. My mum thought so. My girlfriend thinks so. So that's me happy. Right, are we ready?
Ready. Where's the word? Sweat, baby, sweat. Baby sex is a Texas drought. Me and you do the kind of stuff that only Prince would sing about. So put your hands down my pants and I'll bet you feel nuts. Yes, I'm Siskel. Yes, I'm Edbert. And you're getting 2 thumbs up. Shut up. You've had enough of 2-hand touch. You want it rough. You're out of bounds. I want you smothered. Want you covered. Like my Waffle House hash browns. Coming quicker than FedEx, never reaching apex. Just like Coca-Cola stock, you are inclined to make me rise an hour early, just like daylight savings time.
And you know what that song is, right?
I think I recognize it. Yeah.
You must recognize it. Here we go. So
somebody listens to the Bloodhound Gang. Look at all this.
So right, okay. Do you know what? So let's see who was first to get in there. So Bloodhound Gang. Is it you? I don't know. Bloodhound Gang for Specs Bean Farmer. And then
Specs Bean Farmer.
You guys have all got that, but it's not called Discovery Channel, that's one of the lyrics. Can anyone you're on the right track, you've got the band, now we just need the name of the song. So there's 5 points going out here to Specs Bean Farmer, who, by the way, I think I was in a Discord with you on Turn Left Discord, is it? Are you the fellow Welshman?
Are you a fellow Welshman who's recently, I hope I'm saying the right thing, recently about to become a dad? Or he's on the way to becoming a dad, I think.
There you go. No, that's me.
See these incredible memories again, we have. Yeah, congratulations again. Well,
where do you know Bean Farmer from? When have you ever had a chat with Bean Farmer?
I don't know. I saw I just saw this comment about somebody said somebody was pregnant. I thought, oh, that's nice. And I said, yeah, they'd been trying for a while. And I thought, well, that's extra nice. That's worth remembering.
So it's not natural something. That's another lyric. Diolch indeed. Yeah. Perimenopausal brain is letting you down. That is a shame. So come on, go on, let's give you one last opportunity. Before that, I'm going to put you all out of your misery and remove those 5 points from the table. But do you know what, Dad? Let's read it again, just to help them out. So the artist is
oh, what a good idea.
The artist is Bloodhound Gang. But who is the song? What's the title of the song?
Sweat, Baby, Sweat. Baby sex is a Texas drought. Me and you do the kind of stuff that only Prince would sing about. So put your hands down my pants and I'll bet you'll feel nuts. Yes, I'm Siskel. Yes, I'm Edbert. And you're getting 2 thumbs up. You've had enough of 2-hand touch. You want it rough. You're out of bounds. I want you smothered. Want you covered like my Waffle House hash browns. Coming quicker than FedEx. Never reaching apex. Just like Coca-Cola stock, you are inclined to make me rise an hour early, just like daylight savings time.
Here we go. That's the one. So there you go. 5 points for Bean Farmer and 5 points for Jim Speak. It is, of course, The Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang. I can't believe it took you all so long. See yourselves out immediately. I'm not mad. I'm just very, very disappointed in you all. But let's crack on with the show. We've got that out of the way with. Who's ready for some headlines? So, on the morning of January the 25th, in Sharif Aguak, I'm not too sure how you say it. It's in the Philippines. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. The CCTV that we've all seen, footage has captured a brazen ambush on the convoy of Amir Ahmed, who I was trying to dance around his name, but I'm going to go for it.
Mitra Ampetam. And who doesn't know how to spell that? I mean, pronounce that. For goodness me.
It's obvious, really, when you look at it. ADHD takes over. But armed assailants emerged from a waiting minivan, fired a rocket launcher, a little RPG. I say a little. It was a proper RPG. And they were firing automatic weapons at the mayor's vehicle as it passed through Barangay Publican around 6:20 to 6:30 a.m. The black SUV carrying the mayor. I'm not going to try and mash up his name again. I apologise profusely to anybody that's listening that gets offended. He had a bulletproof armoured vehicle. There's a lot of political tensions there. Get back to making your cup of tea. But yeah, so the vehicle was struck. The SUV was hit by the RPG and it did not stop. It did allow the mayor to escape unharmed. His backup truck also came under fire and 2 members of his security detail were wounded. I don't believe that they died, but they were taken for treatment. So let's have a look at that footage just now. Share screen.
That's it.
Here we go.
Well, the mayor in the Philippines has survived an assassination attempt after his convoy was ambushed with a rocket.
Sorry, Dad, you were being racist. Do you want to do that again?
Yeah.
Propelled grenade on Sunday. CCTV footage shows a black SUV carrying the local mayor pulling into the petrol station just after 6 a.m. when an attacker fired an RPG from across the street. Another gunman armed with an assault rifle also opened fire.
Now, sorry.
His mate got. Let's go back to that. His mate got a face full.
How not to?
Where not to stand.
Where not to stand when your mate's got an RPG and he's just about to pull the trigger. You don't get out the car, turn towards him and catch a face full of this. I can only imagine he's gone straight back in the car and gone, take me to the nearest hospital now.
Despite sustaining damage. 2 of the mayor's security personnel.
So, yeah. Talk about bringing a fight to a knife, but no, what is it?
Bringing an RPG to an SUV.
To a knife fight factory. So, yeah. That was interesting.
It's wild stuff, isn't it? It's proper crazy. But Philippine authorities are continuing their probe with the Filipino National Police, the PNP, saying that local political tensions and revenge are among the main leads being explored in the ambush targeting this convoy. Police have not ruled out that the attack was a contract killing or a retaliation linked to past disputes over familial violence. Whatever that means, investigators are interviewing witnesses and collecting forensic evidence as part of a special task force investigation. I had no idea it was crazy like that. There's an RPG, Skippy. Where? He's like, whatever you do, don't stand in front of that RPG. Got you.
Yeah, safest place is behind. Oh dear. Yeah, not a lot of thinking went into that attack, I'll be honest.
No, not a lot at all.
I think he only fired one shot, that guy, didn't he? And then he get back in the van and hurt myself. So there was that. That happened. That's a Philippine news story. That's for our international audience.
Familial violence is like when you lock Niggy away in the cage. Well, I'm in the cage today. If you can't hear it, that little tapping in the background, that's not Abe's collar banging his Pyrex bowl. That's my dad with his cup running it along the side like some old, like... Let me out of here! I've been smashing rocks all day.
Let me out of here, you some bitches.
Use the prod.
Sorry,
he's got the loudest bowl and collar mix ever.
I can't take it off him, though. He's a big dog. I wouldn't want to.
Absolutely. But let's talk about some more serious news that's been going on.
Ice, baby.
Ice, yeah. So on the 24th of January, it's been a fucking insane month for the news. A 37-year-old US citizen, I want to stress that again, US citizen, and an intensive care nurse who cared for veterans, amongst others, at Minneapolis VA Hospital, was shot and killed by federal immigration agents, ICE, in Minneapolis, in Minnesota. So there was an aggressive immigration enforcement operation that had already sparked protests and tensions. And what happened next? We'll try and break it down step by step. But Peretti was not attacking anyone or breaking the law. He was holding his phone. He was observing he was observing and filming federal agents as they moved through a neighborhood. He was trying to help a person who had been shoved by a federal agent.
And at some point, agents pepper sprayed him in the face and continued to spray others around him, even after he raised his hands and didn't pose a visible threat. And you could see him. He tried, and then he put his own body between the ice and the woman that they've been pushing around. And they grabbed him, dragged him back into the road. Somebody took his gun off him while they were wrestling around, and then they shot him. But not only did they shot him, not only did they shoot him, they then just kind of retired for a few feet and put the rest of the other 10 fucking rounds into him. What were they doing? Nailing him to the floor so he couldn't run away. What the fuck were they doing? Yeah. Pumping so many bullets into a man who was obviously fucking beyond hope anyway. He'd been shot once, and they just pumped bullet after bullet into him. That's insane, right there.
It is. Multiple federal agents surrounded Peretti. They wrestled him to the ground. They forced him into a prone position. As he lay on the ground, pinned by agents, at least 2 officers drew firearms and fired about 10 shots in under a few seconds. He was hit multiple times and killed. Even though bystander videos and eyewitness accounts show that he was restrained, they show that he was on the pavement and not threatening anyone at that moment. Federal officers, still, despite that, they initially claimed that he had been armed and he was posing a threat. But we all saw that he didn't brandish a weapon, and we all saw the video footage. It showed that his handgun stayed holstered before and during most of that encounter, only until an officer took it out of the holster. His hands were nowhere near it. At which point, once it was removed from his body, he was then shot multiple times, face down on the ground with knees in his back. It's more of the same from ICE. When they were there, it was a brutal murder. It was pure murder. Yeah. ICE, baby. Killers, no doubt. No doubt whatsoever. And you can get a $50,000 signing up bonus if you join them. It's fucking sickening, isn't it? The lack of training, the lack of compassion, the lack of humanity in some humans is just fucking unbelievable. This, of course...
What kind of people are these that are volunteering to shoot at their own citizens?
Well, these are the kind of people that will shoot Renee Good in the face a bunch of times and then walk off calling her a fucking bitch. That's what that officer did.
Yeah.
I say officer, that ICE agent that's fucking...
Yeah, that's it. You've got to remember, they're not officers, and they haven't been given the power of state either, They're fucking bunch of thugs. And people want this here. People are calling for this here. It's just fucking madness. America is tumbling down, isn't it? Absolutely falling apart. Yeah. Who the fuck would volunteer for that? Indeed. So what else we got?
Psychopath job opportunist, that's for damn sure. So the next story is our favourite.
Oh, my favourite.
Do you remember?
Oh, she's caused me some rage. Cruella Braverman. She's commonly referred to as Cruella, isn't she? So she's fucking drifted with a 7-league boot over to Reform. And honestly, none of this should surprise anyone. Braverman's always represented the hardest edge of the Tory party. Reform is just the logical endpoint. And it's the same story we've seen before with Nigel Farage. He loves to present himself as the great anti-Tory outsider, the opposition to the establishment. But look at the party. Reform is stacked with former Tory MPs, councillors, donors, and policies. It's not a rebellion against Conservative. It is Conservatives, and it's not even subtle. And now is probably a good moment to remind ourselves why Suella Braverman is such a toxic figure in the first place, and why we all hate her so much.
So, while in power, she repeatedly used migrants and refugees as political scapegoats, pushing rhetoric that human rights groups, legal experts, and civil servants warned was dangerous and dehumanizing. She openly attacked judges, lawyers, and international law when they got in the way of her agenda, undermining the rule of law while serving as Home Secretary. On her watch, the asylum system collapsed into chaos, huge backlogs, people stuck in unsafe accommodations, and eye-watering public spending with nothing to show for it except cruelty and headlines.
The Rwanda plan, remember that? Legally shredded and morally condemned. Yet she doubled down anyway because the cruelty was the point. She also repeatedly breached ministerial standards. She leaked documents, used inflammatory language that escalated tensions rather than solve problems, and yet faced little real accountability. Reform is a home for the worst instincts of the Conservative Party. This isn't change. It's more of the same. More of the same politics.
It absolutely is. Yeah, Reform is a Tory party. There's no denying it. Tory light, as we like to call it. I think bar Boris Johnson, pretty much all of his old groups there, isn't it? You've got your Cruella Barbermans. They're all there. I can't. We read out a list last time we did. Last time we talked about who was it that defected over quite recently? Robert Jenrick. What's his name? Is it Richard Jenrick?
Yeah, one of them.
Richard or Robert, whatever. All these Tories look alike.
They all
look the same, sound the same. But yeah, it's the worst aspects of the Tory party have gravitated to the worst aspect of politics in general, which is Nigel fucking Farage. Also, how do you say his name, Dad?
Farage.
Why do you say Farage?
Because he's not. Well, isn't that his name?
It's Farage.
Who says it's Farage?
He does. His parents, his family, his friends.
Oh, is he French?
I guess so.
Oh, well, if he's French, I'll call him Farage. But I mean, otherwise, his name's fucking Farage.
It's like garage and garage, isn't it?
Well, it may be, but he'll always be Farage to me.
What do you guys cut in the chat? Let us know what you call him. I personally call him a bellend.
A blend.
Capitalizing on the problems that he was the architect in creating. Fucking absolute wrong'un to the core. In the political sense, no, yeah, I don't know.
Wendy Woo's just told me I'm right. I'm going to cut that out. I might print it.
Farage.
Yeah, I might print that.
Get it tattooed to your forehead. Right. Wendy Woo 5405. 5405. That's the way to say it. Your dad is right.
Yeah, it is. He's a Farage. Dear me. I've forgotten where we were at now.
We were just talking about Cruella Braverman. I can't even say Cruella without it's Cruella. That's way more.
Oh, Cruella. See, do you know what's bugging me as well now, guys? How come all these people are defecting? MPs are defecting. Why isn't it triggering by-elections? You know, why are they taking their? How can they go from one party, be an MP in one party, and then go to another party and not have to do it again? Not have to. Why don't they trigger a lot? I believe there's no rules for it or something. But surely you'd think it would trigger a by-election when they jump ship like that. But it seems not, because I haven't seen any of them do it yet. They've just jumped ship and nothing done. I was hoping that.
I know why. Here's why. So it's because the MPs are elected they're not elected for their party. They're elected as individuals.
Damn, but they're elected on a manifesto, usually, aren't they?
As well as they're in, yeah.
And that manifesto where they've jumped ship it won't be the same where they're going, will it?
No, you're right. They'll change their ideals, but I think. Sorry, I'm on the other side of the room. I think that this is my musings, my imaginings, that you vote basically when it comes to like in your by-elections or whatever, you're voting for the individual. It doesn't trigger a by-election because that individual is still in power until they've been voted out. Although you would think that their values and everything else change when they switch party, I think that it's more so that they've...
It's the party we're supposed to, not the individual.
No, because when you're voting for like your councillors or you vote for Labour. When you vote for your MP, you vote for... So like, let's say that you vote for Cruella Braverman Reform. Like, it will say Cruella Braverman, it'll say Suella, obviously, sorry.
It'll have just a little spotted puppy.
It'll have a spotted puppy, and then you check it with a big red X. But no, it'll have that and the party next to it, but it's the individual that you're going for. Then with your general election, you're picking So where does that mean a prime minister could switch parties?
Well, if it works like that, I guess he could. Do you know what I mean? It just seems weird. Why shouldn't they? If play was fair, you would think they would do this, wouldn't you? You can't just walk out of one job.
Oh my God, yes.
Into another and take
it's
all
extremely
your
rare
crowd,
and politically messy, but there is no law that stops a sitting prime minister from changing parties. And like an MP, they were elected as individuals and can legally sit under a new party banner.
Holy
that's
moly.
According to that's just an overview that I've looked at the moment. I'm not a political expert. I certainly wouldn't dare to say that I was. But the prime minister's authority, it seems, comes from having the confidence of the House of Commons, usually as leader of the party with a majority. But if they switch party, they might risk losing that majority, meaning they could be forced to resign or call for a general election. But if they retain that majority, they could switch parties.
So in theory, then the prime minister, what's his face? What's his bloody name again?
My father was a toolmaker.
Starmer, in theory, could get up now, right this moment, cross the house and go and sit with the Greens and become a force for a powerful force.
If the House of Commons,
because his father was a toolmaker,
agreed with it, yeah, because his father was a toolmaker. But if the House of Commons agreed with it, then that would be the case, wouldn't it?
There's no rule to stop him, is there?
No, not necessarily. No, but again, it just comes down to whether or not they risk losing the majority, so they would be forced to resign or call for a general election because the authority comes from having the confidence of the House of Commons. So yeah.
So there we go. We all live and learn. Nothing. I'm just letting
we live and we learn nothing, bruv. So that's pretty much the headlines, unless there's a story that we've missed. If you want to get us involved in anything else, but I think we could probably head over to Audit Corner. But before we do, let me get up a video because I want to do a quick review of someone's stream video content. It wasn't a stream; it was content. I think you know where I'm going with this now.
Nope.
Going to Wetherspoons.
Dipple Pipple.
The Dipple Pipple, is that your new name for him? Like
yeah, that. Dipple Pipple. He's just a fucking show it. Oh, I didn't see this beginning bit. I only saw him flying out the fucking truce, out the door. Go Gadget. So this is DP, hard at work, doing, what he's best at. I won't say it just yet, but I think I've got a...
Yeah, we've got you'll have to bear with us while I have a quick little game there. At some... In fact, no, I'll leave that there because we won't be able to do it, and I'll bring it up on here. But I've got... I did a post about it, which would be good for... I thought not a lot of... I say a lot of effort. I really looked through it. I got some decent quotes and stuff, so...
So you just play it?
No, I'll fight you.
Oh, God, I'll fight you. He doesn't have to go on, doesn't he? Hello, Dibs. Good to see thou art.
Why, Officer Dibble?
Yeah. So, what is it you're doing now?
I'm moving that out of the way for starters. Oh. I'm going to plonk that there. So, at any point, let's have a look. But
did you put what I said? Blah blah. Okay.
So before we start, is everyone familiar with it? This is just a quick bit of context before we crack on with it. It says right-wing discrimination by JD Wetherspoon staff in Blackpool. That isn't true. It's not, they don't. It's stupid. The guy's just an idiot. But it's funny. He ends up on his arse, and it's just proof that these type of people are only out here for one thing. That's confrontation, clicks, and views, and that's all it is. I said three things there, and I meant one. On that note, let's get started with Audit Corner. Here we are. Professional scumbag DP Audit ends up embarrassed on the floor again. This time after starting a confrontation with two female staff who were just doing their job at Wetherspoons.
Paul Dunbar, better known as DP Audits, uploaded the footage himself, abusing two staff members, one of whom was security, to his YouTube account. The video begins inside the pub where Dunbar is being told to leave following an earlier incident that same morning. He's asked clearly and directly at least 9 times in a row to leave.
So let's have a look at it. And if anybody wants to, I am going to put the link for this video into the chat because, you know, I'm not going to be playing the whole thing. I want to make it transformative. This is a fair and genuine review. So this isn't a substitute for this content whatsoever. There is the original link. We're only going to be watching like the first couple of minutes of it anyway. You get, you know, it's all you need to see. But here we are. So as we said, you know, you'll hear him at least 9 times. Let me know what your count is, but he'll be told at least 9 times, clearly, directly, and politely, that he needs to leave.
Dogs. An issue with you this morning.
So due to the issue this morning, we're going to ask you to leave.
All right. Go on, repeat yourself.
So again, I'm asking you to leave due to the issue this morning, okay?
What have I done?
Again, you were involved in an incident that happened this morning, so now we're asking you to leave.
What incident?
So again, I'm asking you to leave.
You know I was going to leave anyway. Why are you acting like big heroes for?
I'm not asking you to leave.
You know I'm
I'm
going to
asking you to leave.
stick you all over the internet, ain't you?
And again, I don't care.
You know, I'm going to stick you all over the internet.
She's thinking, I'm going to put you on your ass.
Like this face here of like, I cannot be fucked with you. She doesn't get paid enough to deal with the likes of DP.
Stick you all over the internet. I'm important, I am.
All over the internet, ain't you?
And again, I don't care.
You don't
Good
care.
girl.
What's with the bad attitude?
We haven't got bad attitude.
Well, I haven't done anything. I didn't even come in Weatherspoons today. I was stood outside. You approached me in a terrible.
He said that yeah, I haven't even come in. I'm stood outside whilst being stood in the fucking Weatherspoons. Like this fucking guy. This guy's like, I don't know if he's gaslighted himself or us or what, but I smell gas.
I wasn't here.
I can't understand that. Somebody else pointed it out as well. Like, what the fuck? How has he done this? Right? How has he gone home with this piece of footage, cut it all up, cleaned it up, and thought that makes him look reasonable enough for him to post it online? I mean, just watch.
Well, don't come up with your current attitude to me, mate. Yeah, I'm leaving, ain't it? But don't ever come up to me and speak to me like that again. Areas are a disgrace.
Do you know, I just want to, I'm sorry, let me come back here. Like, I just want to, the faces
He's
of
getting
people.
his spitting head on, though, isn't he? You can hear it coming.
He does like to spit a lot when he talks, bless him. But like that woman there, I'm just trying to get it now. There was a woman that came up. I was just trying to have a look. Apart from this one, there was another woman that came up behind it, and you can see the looks on people's faces.
Speak to me like that again. Areas are a disgrace. I didn't even come in your Weatherspoons.
Buddy, make your way out now, please.
Fucking
families in here.
There you go. Oh, lovely classic.
You can understand why the man's single, can't you?
Oh yeah. Did you hear the way he did that through like?
He claimed he's the victim of fucking domestic violence and stuff. I don't believe it, but if it is true, then fucking good job.
Well, he's feeling brave behind his phone. So obviously he's telling his women, "I'm going to stick you all over the internet."
Like it's disgraceful the way he's speaking to women.
And it's not uncommon. This is quite a usual threat. He does recycle this threat a lot of weaponizing his channel. It's something that he does all the time. And then he said, like when he was saying that, like, why are you acting like big? Oh, sorry, 1 second. Right, move. No, you're too big to be playing like. You're gonna get your claws caught in.
I think somebody got caught in the what do you call it?
In the collar.
Yeah, I think his toe got caught in it. You're all right, Bubsy.
Okay, guys, they're fine.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna put you up. You can go outside for a minute.
Plenty more dogs where that came from. Don't worry about them, guys. We just had an accident.
But yeah, he's at the moment. What he's doing is I've come back a couple of seconds, so you'll hear it again. But he's trying to intimidate this person doing security. When he switches into that, when she gets a bit closer into his space, as she's trying to remove him, he's doing that thing like his camera can't hear it, where he's like almost whispering like that aggressive.
Oh yeah, that aggressive fucker. I'll fuck you up.
Yeah. Like, fuck! Don't run your. What do they say? Don't run your lips at me, dickhead.
I wonder what. Yeah, you can imagine.
You're a disgrace. I didn't even come in your Weatherspoons.
Again, you're in Weatherspoons right now.
Make your way out now, please. There's families in here. Families.
What are you treating me like? Oh yeah.
Look how quick they fucked him off.
So this family that we're trying to go past before, pay attention to what's said next by this guy here, and then what immediately follows from DP.
Who's this?
Yes, sir. You look at that punch when you.
He's saying, right, okay, sorry. I don't
You're
know if
lucky I didn't.
No, right,
punch
you may have spoke over it, but give it 1 second. So listen to what that guy says before he says that.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. You look at that punch when your face.
Baby. He's saying baby. He's letting them know that there is a baby there.
Oh, is that
And
what he said?
still, he continues to argue with security, saying that you're lucky I don't punch you in the fucking face in front of a baby to female security staff.
Oh, get the fuck
Auditors, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. You look at that punch when your face. You fucking dickhead.
That was to
You're
the girl.
assaulting
he
me.
said that.
I'm not just stopping.
So that there was I don't know if you saw it, but yeah. So he said that to the security staff. Sorry, I thought you were referring to the little girl that a parent was trying to take upstairs
He
at the
said
same
that
time.
to that woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you're lucky. Which, of course, I want to point this out. It's heavily misogynistic, this idea that...
It stinks of like, if this wasn't in public, you'd be on your arse now, doesn't it? You know, that's what he's basically saying.
Essentially, but like, he does sort of half clarify it as like, you're lucky because you're women, which is, in my opinion, a misogynistic threat. And the reason I say that is because, one, it isn't something that you'd say to a guy. It's a gender-based, aggressive threat. You're lucky that I don't use physical violence against you because you have a different biological setup than I do. And society, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's this weird, like, it's misogynistic. It's also aggressive and threatening. You're not, like, the idea is when it comes to, even if you withhold from physical violence, that's not a well done you. I mean, you're still abusing these people. You're still abusing these staff members just trying to do their fucking job. Let's see where it goes.
Weatherspoons. Have some class. Have some fucking class.
I'll take your hands off me now. Little fucking rat. Yeah, I'm going to sue the shit out of you, you little cunt.
Of course you are.
You're lucky you're women, innit? Because I'll bang you in your fucking mouth, you little cunt.
Wow. Here we go. He's on his way now. Britain's fucking first self-leveling auditor. He's going down again. Here we go.
The first ever
Listen to him start to scream for his fucking mates. Where have you gone now?
Little fucking rat. Yeah, I'm going to sue the shit out of you, you little cunt. You're lucky you're women, innit? Because I'll bang you in your fucking mouth, you little cunt. You fucking... You're a lad.
Look, here, lad! Over here, lad! Lads, save me, lads!
That guy that you see that was just above him, they've crossed each other sort of on the stairs-ish. You may have saw it just a bit earlier. Or he's followed them down. But he's thought, do you know what, I can't take this random stranger abusing this fucking...
Yeah. And you don't fuck
woman.
with old people. I mean, they'll fucking put the boot in quite happily.
No, and that you're lucky I don't punch you right in your fucking face. You're lucky you're women because I don't punch... Or whatever it was he said. He's fucking disgusting, isn't he? Absolutely horrendous. So the guy that you see there, though, right in front of you, you like to let Loki back in? Sorry, he's out. He's freaking out. He's like, no, I don't care. Let me back in. You were in doggy jail. Now calm it down. But yeah, this guy that you see here now, this is Ryan Ferguson. He's the neo-Nazi that was convicted on, I believe, terrorist charges. I believe he's still subject to terrorism charges for his support of terrorist groups and things. Went to prison for it. He's been to prison a couple of times, I believe. But this is the same guy who DP did an audit with. We say audit. That's code for invaded a hotel and terrorized people in their bedrooms. He did that in Liverpool. And then since then, he came under quite a bit of fire. And he was like, no, I don't even know that Ryan guy. I just worked with him that one time. I didn't know he was a neo-Nazi. And then afterwards, he went and met him out of jail and was like, no, honestly, I didn't know. And now, again, proving that they are well-connected and entrenched. Then they're both nodes in the same far-right ecosystem. This proves that, his connection to the far-right beyond any doubt, any measure of a doubt. This guy's subject to terrorism charges right now, which is why he couldn't attend the Hugh Anthony protest, which is like he wanted to. Also, it's worth being noted that in a second, you're about to hear him tell DP that he needs to calm down. When the Nazi who's on terrorist charges tells you that you need to calm down, you've gone too far.
What's he doing?
I didn't do anything. I didn't fucking do fucking. He's got my phone as well.
He's like a fucking turtle, isn't he? He's like a helpless turtle.
I didn't do anything.
he starts or gets involved in all this confrontation, and then he's constantly from the flat of his back looking up at people staring down and being like a helpless, defenseless little turtle, like, oh, it's not like I was the one who was being incredibly aggressive, threatening people, telling them how lucky they were I didn't just assault them on the spot. It's fucking wild, man. This is outrageous.
Just, but there you go.
Have a look at the chat. Let's see what people are saying. What are your thoughts on this so far? But yeah, we won't bother playing the rest of it. But basically, what happens is Dunbar can be heard begging and shouting at the police, who eventually arrived. That they should arrest the staff, which didn't happen, obviously. And the footage of this horrendous behaviour was uploaded by Dunbar himself, obviously.
Obviously, I mean, the man's a fucking. Why would you do that? Here's an idea. I'll go out today. I'll make myself look a right proper dickhead in 4K or whatever, and I'll post it up so it makes me look fucking stupid. So that from my position again, I can see up everybody's nose from here because I'm fucking flat on my back again.
Hey, look at that. We've got Betty in here too. Shout out to Betty. I hope you're well.
Hello, Betty.
And if you're from me, step on Art's toe.
Is Betty? Oh, it's Art's Betty, of course. Yes.
The history teacher in the check shirt KOs him. He got pushed out by someone's angry substitute teacher. It was fucking well funny. Afternoon, Shelley. I hope you're well. H&K solicitors will have them all in court. And yeah, they fucking will. They'll represent. They'll take their money off them. Their money's just as good as everyone else's. If you could get 2 million views being a dickhead in Spoons, would you do it?
That's a fair question.
No.
2 million views. Is that worth? I mean, 2 million views. Is that what does that mean in real terms?
God, you can't put a price on dignity.
There you go. 2 million views. You can keep your stingy 2 million views. I don't think it's enough, Crouch. We want more. Plot twist. The female bouncer in Spoons was Batman.
Yeah. There you go. Stickman emerged again. I think Stickman's a better one.
I'm starting to like this. Dibbles, gutter dwelling audits. GDA, gutter dwelling audits. Yeah.
I think that he should start investing in like.
Smackhead says, I've not seen this. We should see the rest.
What did you call him?
Smack Salad. What did I call him? Smackhead? I didn't.
I don't know. Did I hear that wrong?
Smack Salad, I hope. Oh, God, I hope I didn't say that. Anyway, he says, I've not seen this. We should watch the rest on here so he doesn't get the views. Play it.
No, we can't. That's literally why you can't.
That's why we can't. Don't you laugh at me
because we can't be a substitute for his content. And that's where the copyright stuff and infringement and everything else goes. So it's one of those things that as long as we make it transformative, as long as we take bits of it out of not necessarily out of context, but as long as we're analysing parts of it and it's not a substitute for the original content and we're not taking his views away from him, then by all means, which is why I've posted the link in there. So if anyone wants to watch the rest of the video, but it's mostly just that. It's him on the flat of his back being like, oh, somebody pushed me over. Because I threatened.
I didn't do fuck all. I did nothing. Nothing.
Oh, God.
And these girls pushed me down the stairs and out the door. Oh, you nearly fell into the trap.
You might as well have put, why don't you just make it non-transformative and a complete rip-off, Lewis?
Oh, yeah, good idea. See,
I'll just steal his content properly. No, it's...
I don't need to think about it. I'm just the star of the show, aren't I? I don't need to bother myself in my little head with stuff like that.
So while we're in Audit Corner, should we have a little bit of a laugh?
I think we deserve one.
Should we have a look at Mr. In Between Butt Cheeks?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, go on then.
So
I've Mr. Crotch Shot
got myself involved in another little spat with fellow YouTube creator, Mr. Crotch Watch, best known for recording his crotch walking to the bus station, and then walking back from the bus station, also filming his crotch.
Yeah, so we do call him Mr. Crotch Watch between ourselves. That's between us and you and nobody else.
Yeah, that's just between us. Yeah. That's a little nickname thing there. So, okay, let's start. Let's show it here. So, We'll start here because it's got the most of the full context in it. So I did admit I went hard. So I've had this conversation with this. The reason I took this particularly frustratingly, the reason it irked me so much is because I've actually had conversations with Mr. In-Between News about this very subject.
Have you been irked?
No, not even a little.
Are you sure?
You
did say.
Let me double check.
You did say why this irks me so much.
Oh, irk. I thought you said, did it work?
No, well, you've been irked.
I've been irked. It was like, irk.
Alrighty.
That was... But no, yeah, we've been at it again. We've had what's Ray been up to now? Hello, Rogue Activist. How you doing? Yeah, so it was quite funny. So he made this post, and for a bit of background context, I've had a conversation with him on his own platform and on this one, explaining to him why it's not illegal to claim asylum via the shore, via small boats, things like that. It's also not, it doesn't make you less of an asylum seeker if you travel from France. So the way it works is if you're seeking asylum and you get to the shores of the UK, whatever means it is that you get here, as long as it wasn't sacrifice, then things are good. You're still legally, as long as you're seeking asylum, you are legally classed as an asylum seeker. If you go through that process, that is how you are regarded by law. That is just how it is. The Burke. Oh my God, we should do that. Burke.
When the Burks get irked.
But
like Charlie.
But the conversation went along the lines of, they're not illegal. Can I show you the law that says they're not? At which point he said, no. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he repeated it. He was like, no, don't
like
you
a Dalek,
no.
like a Dalek, like no.
Exterminate all asylum seekers. No. He was, he didn't take it very well. But he made a promise, though. He said, look, I'm not going to let you bring up any evidence so that we can discuss it in real time. However, I will look at it at another time, and I'll have a look at the law, and I'll see if what you're saying is true, which is redundant when you're talking to someone and you go, oh, that's not the law. Let me show you. And they go, no. Like, it's mental. Hey, get off him. So, yeah, he put up this post, and I just had to say something because it was just... Well, I mean, as I said it there, mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging, cognitive underperformer. Mr. In-Between News is back at it again. But wait, if Ray is here, then who is covering his village idiot back home? No, let's make it simple. Get to France, safe place. Pay a gang to get on a boat. That isn't, they pay for the routes and everything else. Anyway, wash up on the coast of the UK, which frankly is disgusting, considering how many people have actually washed up face down on the UK, including kids and everything else. But just the phrasing. But he says that you are not an asylum seeker, which is a clear misunderstanding and misrepresentation of the laws that he said he was going to look at. And I hate to... No, I don't. I fucking love it. This guy is... Yeah, so I'll read what I wrote. So, in fact, Dad, do you want to read what I wrote?
No, not particularly. Go on. Watching someone like Ray, who clearly doesn't understand asylum law, confidently call people illegals or hint that they're all potential violent criminals is like watching a hamster do calculus. Did you write this?
Yes, I did.
Only there is far more potential for the hamster. Far more potential for the hamster will actually get it.
Yeah, so you can tell I wrote it, can't you, with that?
You won't be surprised to learn that Mr. In-Between News is once again chatting shit and lying to you. There is no rule or law in the UK or international law that asylum must be claimed in the first safe country. The 1951 Refugee Convention does not say this anywhere, and arriving via France does not magically cancel someone's right to seek asylum in the UK. People are refused asylum in France for all sorts of reasons. If you have family here, for example, but none in France, you won't be allowed to live in France. Asylum is about where you fled danger and not how you travelled. And people often, in more cases than not, have perfectly legal reasons to seek protection in a specific country, including family ties, partners, language, or evidence relevant to their case. Pretending otherwise isn't common sense. It's denying reality. And good luck trying to convince thickos like Ray what the law says about this, or Article 2 of the EHCR. So to clarify, it isn't a crime. They're not illegal. If you seek asylum, you're an asylum seeker by legal definition. Ray's thicker than
an elephant's foreskin. I'll say it.
It's still also, not funny.
It's hilarious.
And P.S. Every single human on earth is potential criminal, as you call it. So only every single human ever to exist and those with the potential to exist in future.
I'm not going to lie. I forgot I wrote that. That was a bit harsher than, maybe that was a bit too far. But, I mean, I stand by it. The same principle. The reason I did it, I'll tell you what, let me get the responses and everything else up. It was so I put that up there just because it was so frustrating to have to deal with these certain type, with these people, and then with race specifically, and go through all these conversations where it's like, look, this is the law, this is how it works, and then he's like got all the information there. He puts two and two together and comes out a bigot, just an absolute bigot. But obviously, because he's a bigot with an incredible ego, if a small channel says something like that, then obviously he has to respond. And what follows is absolutely fucking unhinged, honest to God. This is some of the funniest shit I've seen in a long time. So this was the original post. This is what he wrote. This is what triggered me into writing that post about this. He put, I mean, I do like to cater for the thick, but this shit is absolutely ridiculous that I have to explain this. Illegal migrants with the potential to be violent criminals. So they're not illegal. And as I said before, every human that's ever existed, will exist, has the potential to exist in all of history, is a potential violent criminal. All of them. We don't want it. We don't want to pay for it. We are sick of it. He's gone all Roy there, isn't he? We're sick of it.
I'm sick of it, mate. Sick of it.
Enough is enough.
I'm sick of it.
There should be a blanket ban on any asylum seekers for at least 12 months to get a grip on this absolute mess, because they are potentially violent criminals. Which, as I said, the entire planet would fall into that category, and the rest of our descendants to come. So he saw what I'd wrote and then did this. We definitely didn't get to him, Dad. It doesn't bother him.
Oh my gosh! I hadn't seen all this.
Oh, it gets hilarious. It's like a young man in his early 30s whose outlet is. Let me try and do it in the serious voice it was intended. A young man in his early 30s whose only outlet is to try and gain attention via weird projecting he does on his little channel. Still less than 700 subs. Meanwhile, he hasn't had any extra followers since he's sorry. But yeah, it's like he's living in a shed. That's not true. He dresses like a 90s TV kids presenter, a kids TV presenter.
What the fuck?
That's kind of true.
Get back in your shed.
That could be true. Get back in my shed. I did a 4-hour live. But the 4-hour live I did weeks ago with little Lewis wasn't that. It was me trying to talk to Lewis while he used ChatGPT like he does on his post, because using his own mind is like it's too much like hard work. You read the spelling mistakes that I did. Anyway.
Oh, hang on. He feels sorry for me.
I actually feel sorry for old Burke. He's been dragged alongside this scrap cart of woke bollocks by Lewis. I've dadicalized you. You've been dadicalized. His poor old dad.
Oh.
And I radicalized him.
Oh.
Maybe he wants to support his son. Maybe this is the first time little Lewis is stuck at anything longer than a few months, and it keeps him busy and stops him from getting under the old man's feet. Well, I'm still here. And then obviously watching this later, and you will be too. Focus Pocus. That was that. But then there's more. Here is the shed that I live.
Is this where you live?
Apparently so, yeah.
Fuck snakes.
I've seen this card before. Like, this is like hours after. He's like walking around like life just happened to them. Like they tripped and fell into being a full-time nobody. I fucking put a lot of hard work into a full-time nobody. It takes a
No
lot
prospect,
of effort.
no job, no drive. And somehow they've got endless energy for explaining how the world should work for everyone. Think people, I mean,
bear in mind,
I'm going to put my hand up again and say I'm fucking fully skilled tradesman here that worked at his trade for something to years, many years, so that I'm now retired on my pension. So there's that, you know.
And I've never gone anywhere or done anything. I've never left anywhere, never done nothing.
What a weird.
But it is right. So this right. Remember what was it I'd said to him? Let me just get up on my own thing. So all right, yes, I called him a mouth breather, but the reality was that I was quite effectively, I believe, communicating that that asylum seeking isn't about where you fled danger. It's not about how you travelled. It's about where you're going to. It's about where you fled danger to and why you fled danger. More importantly, it's not about the countries that you travelled through or any of that. And so instead of challenging Article 2 of the ECHR, instead of challenging any of the legal conventions or anything like that, he just goes on to this mad rant about how I live in a shed.
So I'm going to question his physics once again. Floating through life like a busted balloon. There's some fucking contradictions going on there. I'm not prepared to go into them at this moment, but the brighter amongst you will see that.
Oh God, floating like a busted balloon. And then, so in response to me telling him that, under 1951 Refugee Convention and Article 2 and explaining that they're not illegal, this is his response, right? It was steptoe son, fucking, you live in a shed.
Now, let's go back up here now. So you won't see this reported by left-wing dossers. So this is the fact that this Mehmet Ogur was found jailed for 7 years for rape. So he's been put away for 7 years. But you won't see this reported by left-wing dossers, apparently. See that's just fucking madness. There's no sense there, is there? Why wouldn't that be reported by? I'm sure it was in all the fucking papers.
Yeah, every single outlet that ever reported this, he would class as a left-wing outlet, whether it's BBC, whether it's fucking Channel 4, any of those outlets that talk about this, which is how he knows about it. He's not trudging through court documents that have been hidden or redacted. He's not like holding documents up to the light to see, what was written over them originally. It's none of that
There's
stuff.
another one above it, like this. You won't see this reported.
Yeah, like working illegally. But all of this is simply because I pointed out that, yes, again, I called him a mouth breather. He's upset. He's very emotional. Most of these far-right people are. They tend to lean towards very emotionally driven reactions to pretty much everything. Every sort of stimuli has an emotional reaction to it. But this stuff here about now when it comes to sex offenders, remember, this is him now where you see about the left and open borders. What he's doing is he's being a dirty fucking scumbag, and he's addressing what he's trying to do is address serious issues like sexual assault while deliberately and intentionally ignoring the majority of offenders, which ignores the majority of the victims. Yeah. So what he's doing now, he's trying to turn rape into a political football, but only when the victim's offender fits a certain type of racial profile. He's making a racialized ideological narrative on rape, on suffering and sexual assault.
He's got no fucking ID. He's got no empathy. No fucking none of that shit.
No EQ. No none of it. None of any of that. And it's a real growing trend, and it's a really worrying thing that this is one of the fallbacks and the default modes for these type of scumbags. Instead of pursuing justice or prevention, they'll reframe this entire issue just to highlight one particular type of person, and it happens to be the minority of offenders. So in doing so, as I said before, you're ignoring the large majority of offenders. Like, it's not helping women, it's actively making things harder for them. Like, what we need is if people really cared about women and children, they wouldn't be trying to weaponize hyper-specific cases to sensationalize and push across an ideological viewpoint that they've got. It's exploitation of the person that was exploited and of that case. It's as dark and as dirty as you get. It really, really is. Like I say, it's about pursuing justice. It's about pursuing prevention. Did you know that 98% plus accused walk out of court, which means that what is it now? It's 1.4%, I think it was the last time I checked. Again, I really need to check that updated number, but we'll work with it for now. If I'm off by a little bit, I'm really sorry. But I think it's around 1.4% conviction rate for rape on the whole across the board. To look at people who have either been to prison or whatever, and then to be like, oh, no one's reported it. Look at these bloody lefties. Stop using sexual assault as a springboard to launch off your stupid rhetoric that's fucking just bigoted and disgusting. And it doesn't just stop there, obviously. I did a post as well where I didn't directly aim it at him specifically. I was saying something along the lines of, it's worth talking to brick walls because somebody walking past might hear your message and they might have been sat on the fence. They might, you know what I mean? They might not have known either way and they were just waiting to hear the correct information before they went down the rabbit hole. I believe it, though. I think that when you talk to these
the way
people...
you frame it. Somebody sat on the fence
with
talking to a brick wall. Hey.
Yeah, that one's a bit like the floating, deflated balloon.
Hardy har.
Yeah, we'll do it, I guess. And I think this one's a bit more of an attack on you. Weak parents produce absolute Burks.
Is that me in the middle?
That's you in the middle.
Nay. Nay.
I'm the son here.
Oh, that went right
and this was a stranger who had an arm long enough to do a selfie.
Yes.
People don't just wake up one morning spouting rainbow sprinkle lectures about socialist this and woke that. Bro, I just told you that it's not illegal. That's all I did. I was just saying it. They're not illegal. And that stuff starts at home. You got your parents treating their kids like they've made of glass, jumping in front of them every time live throws a grain of sand their way. That was a busy day at the beach.
Saying, oh, sweetie, the world's too harsh. Here's a helmet for your feet. A fucking helmet. Don't touch that fucking helmet. Don't let that man ever live near a school. Fucking take him away. I'm so right. I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm a naughty boy now. Excuse me, puppy.
Oh, it's funny, but no, the emotional reactivity of this guy. Oh, I fucking love it. So that's Ray from Mr. In Between News, the mouth breather, the gift that keeps on giving. I remember what started that whole tit for tat thing. That whole it wasn't even tit for tat. What started that whole rant of his was him not being able to regulate his own fucking emotions because I literally said that. Oh, by the way, this is the law. And you've got it wrong, and you keep getting it wrong. And then he's putting in like the chat and that, like in his comments and stuff, that I keep deleting my comments. I don't do that. That's not me. That's not. That's not me. I've not been deleting his comments. I've not been doing any of that. The guy's just fucking weird. He's been banned for a while. Like he's like, oh, he's deleting all my comments. No, I haven't. Oh, God. He's a funny specimen, this one. But he's like, all right, I've got a live at such a date, such a time. I bet he won't be there. You're right. You better won't. Last time I tried to talk to you, I said, oh, look at some evidence. No. No. Oh, you know. But as I say, it really, really is worth indulging it sometimes and giving in a making post and doing that, having that little back and forth because, yeah, like I say, you know, talking to a brick wall does it, especially online because you're broadcasting it, other people can see it. People can see what it is. And when this guy's pretending to make do you know what? Actually, let me show you again. Let's go back there to sum it all up and to wrap up this conversation about Mr. In Between Butt Cheeks. All right, but let me get it up again. There was a little back and forth in between his comments that kind of says it all. Let's see, posts, and then we scroll down.
Excuse me, big dog.
Yes, I will.
Get the hell out of my chair.
You weren't calling me big dog.
Strangely.
All right, let's have. I'm just looking for. There was a particular exchange that really highlighted exactly what is wrong, and it just sums up this whole situation. So to end it here, very sort of thingy, we're going to head ourselves over to whoever Phantomless one.
Phantom Les, you dope.
But are you okay? Not going to lie, you're coming over as increasingly deranged and unbalanced with every post. I think you were mistaken my channel for the two Burks. Go bootlick them, crank. God, I'm not the one over here pretending that I debated Lewis in good faith with decent arguments. when the evidence is there for all to hear. Triggered? Talking bollocks again. And that honestly sums up the whole thing, where someone's like, are you okay? You seem a bit obsessed. You seem a bit... No, they definitely don't get to me.
Yeah, no, yeah, but no, yeah.
All right, and that concludes...
I've got no other gossip. Anybody got... look, Smackety says you missed Niggy and Roy naked mud wrestling in a cage. Well, Roy was
Ray.
there.
Not Roy.
Oh, is it Ray?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Roy. So who's Ray? Oh, who's Ray?
He's Mr. In-Betweeners. Well, he's not Mr. In-Betweeners.
Oh, it
Ray,
is him. Sorry, Mr. Yeah. Oh,
Ray is
right.
the name of the character
Oh,
from the TV show.
God,
Mr.
could you
In-Between.
imagine? Who imagined? No, I wouldn't do that. That's a bit worrying. No, it's a bit worrisome. I'm a bit worried that you think stuff like that, Smack, quite honestly. I'm starting to, I'm starting to review stuff. I just said, bring lube. Dan offered to come by my house. I just said, bring lube. There's somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Rogue Archivist.
That's how when someone offers to doorstep you, if they got, I'm coming to your house, be like, bring lube.
Bring lube.
That changes the dynamic.
Doesn't it?
Immediately.
Fucking hell, oh, mate, wouldn't you think twice about that if somebody said that to you?
I used to worry sometimes.
I'm going to come round your house and I'm going to bring some lube. You're right.
I'm going to come round to yours. I'll bring the lube. I'm
going to fucking...
This
no,
isn't what
not.
I was... I saw one, right, where there was these two lads. It was quite funny. They were mostly just play fighting or whatever, and then this young lad to these other two young lads, he was like, right, I'll take you both on, let's go. And then they pick up their hands and they get ready to fight, and he's like, oh, you meant fighting.
Yeah.
It just diffuses the entire situation super fast. Lead into it. That's my advice.
Michael, any updates on DJE and his bodyguard? Well, they're having like a lover's tiff, aren't they? Yeah. His bodyguard wants to go and eat 5-star breakfasts and stuff, and doesn't like the idea that I'm not going to call him Ray. Is his name Ray?
No, I don't. We're who? DJ?
Yeah,
Curtis Arnold.
Curtis Arnold.
We hate Ray. We don't like Ray. They are not the same person. Let's make that distinction just in case.
Yeah, we'll do that there.
For the people in the back.
I claim old man fucking vagueness of mind. So yeah, I mean, but the bodyguard was talking to him like, I mean, that wasn't an employer-employee relationship, was it? I mean, that was somebody having a massive sulk as far as I could see. I don't think the bodyguard, I thought he was quite out of order. Had it been a normal, relationship, if had I been his employer, I would have told him to shut up and go home, I think. But if he missed his breakfast and he wants a 5-star breakfast instead, well, that's just serious shit right there, right? He got upset. His bodyguard got upset because all the people selling copies of the Eiffel Tower out there were, I think he said, Somalian. So they were all the same. Everybody bloody knew each other. And he didn't like the idea that DJE had said all these people or something, described them all as one. So that's as much as I got on that. I don't know. The employment tribunal will be epic. I don't know, mate. They're just horrible people, aren't they? You know, Gillian says, like, yeah, they're a pair of idiots. They are. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, but DJE saying, what's he got to do about race while discussing Rosa Parks? I mean, yes, it was fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah, that was it. He described someone as Rosa Parks, didn't he? And it was like, well, is that because of black? Well, it's got nothing to do with race.
Yeah, what's Rosa Parks got to do with race?
the gore of some people. I don't want to bring it back to him, but it's very similar to that time where, do you remember when I was showing Ray that incident of he telling a random black dude at the back of a hotel. This gentleman was just chilling, doing his thing at the back of a hotel that was being used for asylum seekers while they were being processed and going through their application. So she goes around the back and then she's talking to this guy, and then just a few words in, and she's like, well, fuck off back to Nigeria. And then this dude was like, well, why is that racist? Well, I don't. What? You can't. It's this idea that I can't be racist if I don't know what it is. It's like mind, but it's almost genius.
Yeah.
It's almost like can't be racist.
The problem is, we've raised a generation with no fucking education, huge holes in their education, no sense of history of their own country, just an absolute fucking blank, and it's having a massive fucking effect. You can see it, particularly with the right wingers. They tune in history to their own fucking, so it suits them. So it's not so it's a record of the past, but just so it fucking suits them. Anyway, I've got a bit of good news.
So, Dad, for the short, you're going to be like, hello and welcome back to Brainy Burke after we do the thing. Do you want to do it?
Let's go for it. We're going to cheer up a little bit just before we end. Ready, steady.
Wait, is this
Go on,
science?
give it away.
This is science news, isn't it? So
Give
it wasn't
it away.
positive news. So, right then,
everybody knows.
I can press the... Where was I? We don't even have a science. Where's the Brainy Burke?
You've just, I tell you what.
There it is.
You don't have to mess up the smooth running of this stream of mine.
Ah,
You know
my
what I mean?
back hurts from carrying the stream. Ah!
Welcome back to Brainy Burke. So I saw this and I thought, yes. So a cow was astonished scientists with a very rare use of tools. So you can see it there. It's got a brush in its chops and it's giving its back a rub. And obviously AI. Well, it looks a bit AI to me. Hey, hi. So they're rethinking, but it's got serious sides. Scientists are rethinking what cattle are capable of after an Austrian cow named Veronica was found to use tools with impressive skills. The discovery, reported by researchers in Vienna, suggests cows may have far greater cognitive abilities than previously assumed. See, now I'm a believer that all animals have far greater cognitive abilities than we assume, and I think religion has been responsible for it, saying that all these animals and stuff were put here for us to use. That was just the stupid thing to say. I believe lots of animals, they have great cognitive abilities. Also, they have culture, they have language, they have all kinds of things. So I'm not at all surprised by Veronica, who's a cow living in a mountain village in the Austrian countryside, has spent years perfecting the art of scratching herself using sticks, rakes, and brooms. And it sounds simple. Word of her behavior eventually reached animal intelligence specialists in Vienna, who found Veronica used both ends of the same object for different tasks. So if it was her back or another tough area that warranted a good scratch, she'd use the bristle end of the broom. But when a softer touch was needed, such as on her sensitive underbelly, she'd use the smooth handle end. This kind of tool use is rarely seen in the animal kingdom and has never been documented in cattle before. Dr. Antonio Asuna Mascaro of the University of Veterinary Medicine in Vienna said, "We were not expecting cows to be able to use tools, and we were not expecting a cow to use a tool as a multi-purpose tool. Until now, this has only been consistently reported in chimpanzees. Chimpanzees show the most varied range of tools tool use outside of humans. They use sticks to gather ants and termites and stones to crack nuts. However, despite about 10,000 years of humans living alongside cattle, this is the first time scientists have documented a cow using a tool. The researchers say their discovery shows that cows are smarter than we think and that other cows could develop similar skills given the chance. As for Veronica's owner, organic farmer Vidgar Vigeli, he hopes her unexpected talents will inspire people to value the natural world. As he puts it, save the nature, then you protect yourself. Nature diversity is the key to survive on this planet. This study is published in the journal Current Biology.
You started doing that weird, you started doing that end of American advert thing. This study is published in the journal Biology. If you have seizures, it's not really our fault. That's all. You know, at the end of the show, like, here, buy our tablets.
Oh, I've got a critic right next to me. Right? Yeah. I raised a critic. So Vidgar Vigle, I like that name. Vidgar Vigle. He hopes unexpected. So yeah, cows. That's thinking, guys. I mean, they've got all day to just chew grass and think, but think they do. And there's some proof of it. I wouldn't call that accidental or nothing like that. So yeah, there you go. That's my Burke thingy bit.
That's the brainy Burke.
There it is with its favourite brush.
Here she is, brainy Burke herself.
Look, she's demonstrating. I could just get that bit under there. I could.
The earliest form of tool use. I can scratch my arse with
I can
this.
reach this bit with this and this bit with this.
Look at that one, bottom right. It's literally just trying to scratch its arse, and they're like, "Oh my god, it's so intelligent."
My God. No, it's fantabulous.
No, it's
we are learning.
It's tool using.
We are finally learning and starting to accept that animals have culture and all that stuff and language.
What do you consider animal culture? I've got my own take on this. I have a question for you, so I'll let you go first.
I think I've seen animals show empathy. I've seen animals take on babies that aren't theirs. I've seen, animals form little groups, and you see them communicating constantly. All kinds of stuff. Definitely community. Culture. Absolutely, they've got culture. I just don't explain it very well. Good question, though, Skyward.
I've just been having a quick look, and I've got. Oh, wrong one. I didn't mean that one.
We should have a discussion on what culture actually is, because I probably don't understand it myself, to be honest. But I've seen some astonishing things with animals over the years. Some really amazing things.
What was that guy's name?
Which guy?
Vidgar Vigo. So I'm just having a quick look then, because I've seen studies of culture in animals, and so like from a more sort of academic aspect, I guess you could say, culture in monkeys and other animals is real. It's a real phenomenon, although it differs from human culture in its complexity. In animals, culture usually refers to behavioral traditions that are socially learned rather than genetically inherited. So what counts as culture in animals? Behavioral patterns shared by a group of animals that are learned socially rather than through genetic inheritance or individual trial and error. That's Witten et al. In 1999.
Spend a little time watching these. There's an organization, I can't remember the lady's name now, that rescues elephants in Thailand. You should spend some time looking at how these elephants that have been mistreated for like 50 years are literally fucking chained to a tree and tortured and all kinds of stuff for 50 years. And then they come along and they rescue them. And you see the change in these elephants, and you see other elephants helping them change. And you see, and you see how the elephants treat the humans that are there, and the woman in charge. They constantly have got hold of this woman, and they hold her between their front legs, these elephants, because it's the safest place. They don't get trodden on, and they'll spend all day with this woman, singing to them, all that stuff. One of them's got a thing about having a laugh with her by taking one of her wellies off. Another one will take a hat off and wear it and stuff. It's marvelous. It really is marvelous, and I don't think for a minute that it is not, that they don't have culture. Creatures like elephants and stuff. Even monkeys. They, what do you call it? Culturally transmitted behaviours. How about that?
CTBs,
like tool use, because they teach tool use. Capuchin monkeys in Brazil, so they use stones to crack nuts. You can see they have they'll find a dent in a log or somewhere to put these nuts in, and they'll whack them with stones, and they'll also teach the younger ones to do it. That's culture. To me, that's culture right there. Then there's those Japanese macaques on Kashima Island that wash sweet potatoes in water. This behavior, this started with one female started washing her food, particularly sweet potatoes, in water to get I think it was starch out of it, and that caught on as well. It spread socially. And then there's like grooming traditions. Different groups of macaques have distinct grooming rituals reflecting local social norms. So like, yeah, each little group have their own fucking way of doing these things. And there's examples in other animals. Chimpanzees using sticks to fish termites out of mounds, a behavior differing across populations. Orangutans display population-specific nest building techniques and tool use. Cetaceans, dolphins and whales. Dolphins in Shark Bay, Australia, use marine sponges and tools when foraging, and that's a trick that's been passed socially. Songbirds learn their songs socially, creating dialects unique to populations. Animal culture exists for sure, but it's usually, it must be simpler. I would say it's simpler than human culture, simply because they don't get to write stuff down. These other things, their memory is held in their head, where we get to write data and information down, which is our. So, Skyworks, are you saying that the ability to perform tasks or solve problems is culture? No, but the ability to pass those problem-solving skills on, that's culture. That's
so it's so like when it comes to certain creatures will do certain things because they have instincts to do those things, and it could be unique to those things, but they're instinct driven, like the prey drive in certain animals and things like that. It's not necessarily a skill that can be taught like that. It's when there's in a social setting where there's a group of animals, there's behavioral patterns being displayed by one or the other, and then the younger ones look at the older ones, they take that in, and then they learn those skills. So like with the washing potatoes and things like that in the river, with those macaques in Japan, I think it was, the way that they wash sweet potatoes in the river, they do it all a specific way. That started with one that is now spread to this group of them that now do it, and that group of them then pass that down. It's something that it's not just that it's something that only that group do, but it's something that they've come up to independently, outside of just inherited or genetic factors and just the instincts that they were born with. So like
it's the shared behavior, the sharing behavior, and learning it, teaching it to the young ones and stuff. That to me, that can't be done without culture.
And coming from a study
Skyworks,
as well,
I think when Skyworks says, are you saying that the ability to perform tasks or solve problems is culture? No, say no, not on its own. You're trying to simplify it right down to to like a one line description of what we're talking about, and I think it's a bit more involved than that.
There you go. This is a fantastic way of putting it. Culture is the shared set of basic assumptions, values, beliefs, behaviors, and artifacts that characterize a group, society, or organization.
Yeah.
And that can range from anything. That can be the way that you prepare a certain type of food, the certain tools that you use, and the way you get things done. It's that everyone's got the instinct to eat something. How you get it done, and if you've learned that, in a social setting rather than just something you instinctively know, well then, that's culture. That's one aspect of culture. Human culture is. I don't want to sound like that guy that's always putting, like you were saying about cows and things, and like, they are far more nuanced, far more complex than we like to imagine. In a different way, human culture would be, from our perspective, a lot more complicated. It involves a whole range of different things. But when we look at the studies, like my dad was talking about the captured monkeys in Brazil, about the macaques and stuff in Japan, macaques is how you say it. But they come from actual studies, the biology of genus Cebus, and then another study called Primates that was from Kauai in 1965, and it's about the traditions that are passed on, a certain way of doing something that isn't inherently learned but passed on through the social group. So that is what defines culture. As a reductionist thing, I'm not an academic. I'm just reading out some of the works, and that's my interpretation of them as well. But it's the key takeaways are that animal culture does exist, but it's not like human culture. It's different, and some would say more simple, but it counts as culture, which I agree with. I think, when you look at, let me just have a suggest.
It's hard. It's so hard to try and put human traits to animals.
Anthropomorphizing.
Yeah, without anthropomorphizing them. It's really difficult to do that. So yeah, Sky. I mean, my the way I say stuff is very often wrong. I'm not saying I'm right about this, but it's how I've, after a lifetimes of observation and stuff. This is the, these are the things I've come up with. Animals and culture, absolutely. Animals and empathy, absolutely. I see animals and empathy all the time.
100%. And just looking at the definition, that when Jim Speak put that comment before, I was like, oh, that explains it perfectly. That is I've just Googled it. That is the definition, basically. AI did, sorry. But so learned culture is not innate, and it's acquired through experiences and observation. That's like, if we were to reduce it down to something simple, just because we like to do that with Burks, and we can. So obviously, like in human studies, culture includes like language, art, religion, technology, laws, social norms, and stuff like that. In animal studies, culture refers to behavioral traditions learned socially, like tool use, foraging techniques, or like specific patterns of communication. I was watching an episode of QI recently, and it said how to tell the difference between a Scouse cat and a Scottish cat.
I don't know.
It's accent.
There you go. Yeah.
I've
heard that thing about sparrows.
Animals have accents
too.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Animals have got accents and that.
Yeah. I absolutely believe that we've got they've got culture. Things like communicating when they're hunting. Do you remember those apes? What were they? Chimpanzees.
Are you on about the baboons?
No, not they weren't baboons. They were chimpanzees. They went hunting. They went hunting for other monkeys, and they were pulling them apart and eating them alive. But that took planning. It took communication. It took a pre-planning. Smack salad, that grinder.
I cleaned it once for him.
My grinder, my friend.
When he gave up, he was like, "Right, take the grinder, clean it out," and there was so much hash in it. But yeah,
it's not actually my grinder. We found out it's my wrist, But yeah, I've forgotten where I was anyway. But yes,
animals definitely have. There's studies on it as well.
I'm absolutely convinced that animals have culture. Absolutely convinced. It's one of the few things in life that I have become convinced of. What are you looking for? The book?
I saw.
Excuse me.
We've got a bunch of interesting links in the Discord. I was just trying to find the specific one. I can't remember what it was.
You haven't got any.
Aha. Right. Have you seen this?
Oh, I saw this. Yeah, somebody sprayed some shit on it. Huh?
Yeah. Trying to. Hopefully, it doesn't bring up. Yeah.
This is where democracy's coming to in America.
Never mind. This account doesn't exist anymore.
Try it again. Go back. Which one did you hit? That one.
I need to hit this one.
Do that one, yeah. Sometimes it makes a default.
As if I've got the tech issues.
Go on, Nige. Sound. Click there for the sound, and click there to make it big.
Ice.
But what am I?
Ice, baby. Are you going to show everybody now?
Yeah, but here's the problem though. I can't because of that.
Why?
Because it's got your email address there. So what I might do instead is I might be able to open this in.
I don't care about my email. I can always fucking put a block on the email.
Don't worry about it. We'll just do this. Oh God, I don't have to make it complicated, don't I?
I have no idea what he's doing.
I'm just trying to hide your email address. So when we go onto X like that, it brings up your personal email address.
Yeah, mate.
So I'm just trying to keep that as private as we can. But if we dump it in here,
stress. Talk about stress.
Are you stressed? Are you?
Should have done this on the way home.
On
homework. Right.
So now,
ladies and gentlemen, we present. God, what's he doing?
I'll fight you.
I will fight you.
Oh no, I can't bloody. Let me close that one. There you go.
Don't have to make people wait. You.
Oh yeah.
For the queue, guys.
ICE cannot be reformed. It cannot be rehabilitated. We must abolish ICE for good.
And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign
I think it's him,
or
isn't it?
face impeachment.
Yeah. She went straight for him. Fair dues to her.
Yeah, she was going in for a smack then. Well done to her, like. But yeah, so this is Representative Omar, who is holding a town hall meeting amid the protest of ICE operations. It's courtesy of C-SPAN. So, as you can see, she's sprayed there.
Sprayed her with something that smells foul, apparently. I can only imagine.
Some unknown liquid.
I can only
just covered her in it. And then she was like, I'm going
to... She was away. She's like, I'm going to stick this pen in your fucking ear.
Yeah, she was going for it. I mean, as you would be, you'd be well pissed off. That is the most relatable reaction yet. I mean, any reaction really. Like, it's what do you do in that situation where some stranger approaches you while you're being professional in a public setting and sprays some stinking random unknown liquid on you?
Well, yeah, it's true. He's got you. You might as well go for him. You know,
oh God, that is.
You've already been had.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly wouldn't blame her if she'd have followed through with it, but she held back. She had restraint. She could see that he had been, dealt with. He'd been grabbed, so she stopped.
Isn't it funny how girls can do that and blokes can't?
I don't know.
Something about society there.
Yeah.
I need a napkin. I need a napkin to know nothing.
But yeah, there you go. What do you do when someone just randomly soaks you in some mystery fluid? And then you just got to deal with that. That's awful.
Yeah, it could have been anything, Jim. You're absolutely right. It could have been horribly corrosive. It could have been fucking anything, mate. It could have been something with a very low flash point. Fucking.
I'm sorry. I know that's not funny that what you're saying there, but it's
what
just
you talking about, mate, John? What you faking?
This is the reaction is quite funny, isn't it? It could that could have been any liquid. Someone was even hurt him, which obviously no, what an animal. And then fake.
No, you didn't call that fake, Chongi.
But no, yeah.
Explain yourself, Chongi. Come on, we're waiting. That's not what's fake.
Yeah, it wasn't real liquid. It was actually fucking air.
It was something. Apparently, they said it stank. It smelled really foul. Make your own mind up. Who knows? Jim wants evidence. He wants a source.
Of course he does, because that's what you should provide.
Yeah, brown sauce, Jim, or tomato sauce.
Sauce gorge.
Sauce gorge, as we call it at home. Sauce gorge. Yow. Yow, Bill. All right then. Are you smoking on my pot?
No, hey, look. I don't pack it down like you. It's a little. It's a tiny.
Are you smoking?
It's a.
You are smoking on my pot. Kids, who does?
But
the sauce.
As it stands at the moment, I don't really know what the liquid was. The guy has been detained, and we'll see what happens as that unfolds. It's quite a new-ish story unfolding. We'll see what the charges are that are brought against him. I imagine that would be like assault, depending on what the liquid was, right? I mean, could have been fucking.
That should be serious. I mean, that should be like a federal offence type thing. It could have been acid or anything. It wasn't AI. No, it wasn't AI. It was for real. Chungy.
Hashtag source the source.
Wasn't AI.
Source evidence. I don't understand to say why it was fake. Well, here we've got an explanation. Didn't change her clothes. Could have been acid or the corrosives, but she finished the speech, did a press conference, etc. Didn't even call an EMT to get her checked. That's not a normal reaction.
No, that's a brave reaction.
Yeah,
that's a reaction of somebody who gives a fuck about the people she's talking to. That's the reaction of somebody whose message is far more important.
I mean, apart from the smell,
I think you're well right. I've never seen you that wrong, John.
No,
sorry, I've never seen you stick up like that.
Yeah, but I do think that when it comes to this, though, we're not saying that could it have been acid. Probably not, based on exactly what you just said. We're not saying that it is. We're saying we don't know. It could have been a very benign substance that just happens to smell. And then, yeah, and there you go. Do you know what? I'll let it play on just a second, just so we can. We'll get it back up now.
She did say that. I'm not going to let the bullies win. I'm going to finish this here darn feathermucking thing.
And good for her. That's that is
gone on a screen swap again.
That's what you do.
Is it?
You stand up to them. You stand up to bullies. That's exactly how you respond to it. And we can watch this now. I'll make this bigger. Oh no, maybe not. Actually, I'll share screen first because you can't do it while you're like that. And we'll watch the whole thing again. And yeah, can I pH test it? No, you can't. Stay away.
To lick it.
The agency. ICE cannot be reformed. It cannot be rehabilitated. We must abolish ICE for good. And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
So there you go. You definitely see it. You see the guy being arrested. That's a genuine reaction. She's, sticking up for herself there. She thought she'd have to defend herself.
By now, she knows it's not an acid because her skin's still there.
I need a napkin to know nothing.
And at this point as well, you've got to remember as well, in America and that, I'm sure right now, the last thing she's doing is thinking about smells or anything. Someone in America is just at a political speech, just jumped up and pulled out a gun looking thing, which, I mean, on its own, like that must have been a bit scary. And then to have the liquid on you after that, I'm sure she's going through a lot of like adrenaline peaking at the moment and stuff like. And she's here to make a point. Did you hear her then? Let's go back. Sorry, I talked over her.
That's whatever it is smells so bad. She needs to go get checked. I don't know that's what they want. It's not about him, Bill. It's not about him. It's about your safety. No, he sprayed something on you. You need to go get checked. Yeah, and it smells terrible.
We're gonna keep talking.
10 minutes, bless her. That's a brave lady.
Here is the reality that people like this ugly man don't understand. We are Minnesota, strong, and we will stay resilient in the face of whatever they might throw at us. Everybody settle down. I'm going to finish my remarks. It is important for me to continue to lead my Democratic colleagues in demanding her resignation.
So she had a point to make. She stood there and she made it. She was not letting them win. She said clearly, look, it's not about him. It's not about that. I will finish. And she did. And 10 out of 10 to it. I think that this idea here, it's a bit weak, but I mean, we'll talk about it. To take off a sweater would have been the smart thing to do and carry on. Well, it's all good and well, but, you know, obviously, like you say, it could have been just a benign liquid. It could have been just water. It could have been anything. I mean, we're talking about a reported smell after the fact. But the idea is it could have been a benign liquid. It could have been something, you know, like that was dangerous. We don't know. We're saying that it was, you know, it. What we know is that he went up there with a soaker. He squirted her with a liquid, and she chose to carry on because she didn't want to let the bullies win.
Yeah, you may be correct, Niggy. Who knows? But I'd say the whole interaction doesn't pass the pub test. No extra security code. It's almost like she knew he was. I don't know what do you think she would? I mean, why?
And she did go against the security. They were like, "Come on, let's go." And she was like,
She
"No,
had
it's
to
not
beg
about
for
that."
another 10 minutes, or another couple of minutes, didn't she? Yeah, I mean, as Jim says, you don't have to fake racist attacks on brown women in America, in Trump's America now, because it's not fucking rare, is it? What is the pub test anyway?
I don't know how it relates to this particular context, but I mean, look, I'm not. Look, if you're saying it doesn't pass your thing, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But it's one of those things. You know, we're all looking at the same thing. We're not saying, I wonder why.
We're all going a bit AK now.
Oops.
Why, boy? Didn't do your own work. I wonder why.
Jim doing an AK. You don't have to fake racist attack. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's the wake up. That's what it was that triggered him. That's how we got Smack Talad. What do you call it? Possessed.
So yeah,
ghost of
mate, John, we'll see what happens. I've got no reason to doubt that scenario as it went down. Honestly, we shall see, shall we? We'll see what he's charged with. That'll be interesting. Give it a day or so. And if I don't, can you remind me, please? And I will look it up and see what happens to him.
But yeah, I think it's because we're using ambiguous, like, mystery liquid thing. Could have been this, could have been that. And that's just speculation on our part. But I just think that's not a normal reaction. It's not that you could say, oh, that's not a normal reaction. You could say that's quite a brave reaction to stand up. Or you could say it's not brave, that's your call. But you did also say it was fake.
Yeah. No, there's no harm in
times.
discussing it. I just don't see any, honestly. I think that is a pretty normal reaction to someone who had their message to get out and they were bloody well getting it out and really annoyed that it looked like she wasn't going to get her message out. And I think well done to her, honestly. We'll see, Michong. There's certainly no need for us to fall out about it. We shall just see. We'll leave it right there, dangling. And
on that note, I think we're pretty much summed up. Unless there's anything you wanted to pull up.
I could go on for hours and hours
and hours.
But let's go. Has anyone in the chatteroony have anything you'd like to add? Take away? Move to one side? Anything we upset you with that we can do again next week? No, you all seem pretty satisfied, guys.
But yeah, this was we're just getting back to it. We're going to try and get back to
Archivist. He's going same as me now. Speak your mind. Speak your mind, Rogue, and then you won't come back next week. No, you will. Let's hope we haven't made too many lies up. Let's hope we haven't. We've only upset people to the right of the.
Let's hope we've only made Gammons cry today.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, damage only in gammonium. And that's it. I think we're done. Thank you. Thank you for coming, everybody that's here and everybody that left and everybody yet to come. Thank you.
Peace out.